Are you tired of attracting toxic people in your life? Are you tired of being taken advantage of, hurt, betrayed, and manipulated? In this video, you're going to find out the secret to break that cycle, because guess what? I'll give you a little hint. It's because you are the toxic one. Like attracts like. Now, I know you might be getting mad, but if you watch this video, I'm going to explain to you it's not what you think, but this video is actually the secret to break those patterns, and you'll forever receive healthy love for the rest of your life. What's going on, guys? My name is Fausto. I'm a motivational speaker, clinical counselor, and spiritual advisor. But most importantly, I'm somebody who's battled with addiction, mental health, trauma, and a whole lot of codependency. And I truly believe those who hurt the most heal the most. And there's a lot of gurus out there, life coaches and healers, that are getting very bad information that's hurting you more than helping you. And I'm somebody who's not only been through the pain, has walked through it the healthy way, went to school to get educated, and have worked with over tens of thousands of people due to a mentor of mine who's allowed thousands of people to come to the house to heal. And in today's topic, we're going to be talking about why do you keep on attracting toxic people in your life? This is a good one because you'd be surprised how many people actually have this problem. I would say about 90% of people that I work with have the problem of attracting people that are toxic, and they're unaware that they actually have control of that narrative. Because see, like attracts like. And we're going to talk about this because what you're going to find out is that the problem isn't them, the problem is you. So let's keep on watching this video so I can explain it, because I know right now you're probably taking it personal. Maybe you're getting angry at me. You're like, it's not me, it's them. I get it. So let's keep on watching this video, because we're going to be exploring why toxic people are drawn to you, why you are drawn to toxic people, and how you can break that cycle to build healthier relationships so you never have to go through that again. So here we go. Why do we attract toxic people? Here's the thing. Like attracts like. So a lot of the times red flags don't seem like red flags when they feel like home. What that means is when you grow up with a certain type of love, then that's all you know. So even if you're like, you know what, I didn't like the love that I got as a kid, so I'm going to make sure that I attract something better. If you don't actually go to therapy and figure out those wounds that need to get healed, because there's unhealed wounds that are happening when you're raised in a family like that, then you're going to end up attracting broken people too, no matter how hard you try not to. Because again, red flags won't seem like red flags when they feel like home. That's why a lot of people are like, I'm never ever going to be like my family members. I'm never ever going to have a toxic relationship. And they end up just like their family and in toxic relationships. Because you see, even if you're unaware that you had a dysfunctional family, you may wonder, why am I in toxic relationships? My family was perfect. And then you start to share about your family and you realize your family is actually really toxic. You just don't share about it enough around people to point that out for you, because again, it's all you know. And so when I'm saying that you're the problem, what I'm trying to say is that you have the power to break that cycle by working on yourself. When you can work on yourself to heal what's going on, you'll start to attract more healed people, right? Hurt people attract hurt people. Healed people attract healed people. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When you're a broken person, the reason why you attract toxic people is because usually when you're broken, you lack boundaries. You're easily empathetic, which means you're easily controlled or manipulated. And so toxic people could smell that, right? We're like a magnet to them, and they're able to take advantage of us. And a lot of times it's hard for us to let go of something that's toxic because we're so in this delusion that this is the right person, or we can't get out, or we see the potential in somebody, which is the worst thing. And so that we get stuck in something like that. And then it's shame on us when we stay in something that's toxic longer than we need to. Now, why are we attracted to toxic people? A lot of the times when something was broken in the past, we try to find someone to fix. Subconsciously, we're trying to fix what happened in the past to fix it right now. And so again, that's the bad thing right there, because we shouldn't date someone to fix them. We should date someone to grow with and to support. And there's a difference between supporting and fixing. And so when you step into a relationship and you find out that you tend to play the mom, the dad, the fixer, the problem solver all the time, right there just shows you is that we attract people we can fix. Another reason too is when you grow up in chaos, your perception of love is chaotic, intense, highs and lows. So you seek someone that's going to give you that feeling of highs and lows that can look like love, novelty, adventure. But then you realize it's like, no, that's called toxicity. That's chaos. And what happens is a healthy relationship, when given to you, when you've grown up in chaos, you will find to be boring. And so that's why you tend to not give those people any time. You tend to break up with those people, and you tend to not like those types of people, which is crazy because usually the ones that love us truly tend to bore us the easiest. And so that's another reason why we're attracted to toxic people. Now, I hope some of this is resonating with you. You know, I totally get it. See, I grew up with a narcissistic father. So I dated narcissistic women, and I tried different ethnicities, different ages. I tried different cultures, backgrounds, different everything, thinking there's a way I'm going to fix this or figure this out. And every relationship ended the same in toxicity. What I realized was growing up with that type of love means all I knew was narcissistic love. Also, imagine me being raised by a narcissist. I must be messed up. So I'm toxic. I'm attracting toxic. I'm not going to therapy. I'm unaware. And so I had 4 failed long-term relationships because of that. And it wasn't until I went to therapy to heal myself, to identify my unhealed wounds. And then I had to become the person that I want to date, right? Because my traits need to match what I want in somebody. I can't have someone who's responsible, committed, loves himself, driven, passionate, healthy. And I'm not even those things. I can pretend to be those things, but if I'm not those things with integrity, I can't attract someone like that. And so I broke the cycle. I'm in a healthy, loving relationship now. I have boundaries. I'm able to cut people off, and I have good friends, good love life, good family life, good everything life. And so I'm going to break down to you guys in this video how to start the healing process. And here's how you break the cycle. The first thing you got to do is be aware. I want you to literally write out the type of love that was shown in your life. Or actually, let's do this one. This one's even better. Write out the negative traits of your mom or dad or caregiver, whoever raised you. And then write out the negative traits of the people that you dated. You're going to notice that there's a match. What ends up happening is you start dating people that remind you of the people who raised you, those negative traits. Once you're aware of that, you start to see like, oh my gosh, I am attracted to that type of love. So I keep on looking for people that show me that love. This will blow your mind, and it will forever change the way that you approach things, because now you're going to start to see when you jump in these toxic things, you're like, I'm dating my parents, which sounds disgusting. But what it'll do is it'll help you be aware to start taking action. Then what I want you to do is I want you to reflect on your past relationships. Reflect on them. How did they start? How did they end? Write all the toxic things that were happening. You know, I really want you to look at it and find out what was going on. And then find out what were the red flags that you ignored in the beginning or you didn't see that now you can identify with. And you'll start to find a pattern with everybody. Were they all emotionally unavailable? Were they all coming out of toxic relationships? Were they in a relationship and they left their partner for you? Like, look at things that are going on. I've dated girls that brought a date to our date thinking that I was on a date with them. Like, that's crazy. I've dated girls that are with my friends hooking up, then all of a sudden they want to be with me after. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, red flags, you know? So you got to pay attention to these things, because if you ignore them, then it's on you for getting hurt. So what is it again? Reflect on the love that was shown to you. Write out 5 negative traits of mom and dad and caregivers and those you date to find the similarities. Then look at your relationship patterns of all the people you dated, how it started, how it ended, the toxicity, red flags that you ignored. And then this is something I recommend, and it's not for everybody because everyone's different. Maybe you're in a relationship right now, maybe you're not. But if you're not in a relationship, I always tell people, stay single as long as you can and try to stay celibate. Not for religious reasons, but what I learned is that when you're single and you're not having sex, it's really going to force you to stay out of relationships. And it's really going to force you to sit with yourself and figure out, why is it hard for you to be single? What does sex mean to you that you feel like you need to do it? That right there, there's a lot of healing that you'll learn that only you can figure out in that process of doing it. And the longer you do it, the better. See, I learned that sex to me meant love because I was abused as a kid sexually. So I connected sex with love. I wasn't aware of that until I was single and celibate. The next thing was I had a fear of being alone. I felt unlovable. I felt unworthy. And so I wanted to be in a relationship to erase that idea that I'm not good enough or unworthy. Because if somebody's with me, that means it's not true, because that's my fear. So I realized that too. So I had to realize that that wasn't true. And so that's something I recommend to do to people. Because the next thing you're going to have to do is learn how to raise your self-worth. And setting boundaries is what will dictate your self-worth. Because the more you say no is the more you're saying yes to yourself. And the more you say no to things, the more things you can do for yourself, which is going to raise your self-worth. You're going to stay true to who you are, do what you want, and be around the things that you want to do. That's how you raise your self-worth. See, anytime that you people please, let someone walk all over you, put people first before you, you are little by little lowering your self-esteem and self-worth. And that's why you probably don't feel good about yourself. A lot of us will lose our identities in relationships to people. And that's the problem, because when we're alone and single, we have no idea who we are. So how do you build your self-growth aside from boundaries? Work out, eat healthy, educate yourself, get into a support group, go to therapy, have some good people in your circle. You want people who are speaking life into you and raising you up. Because there's a lot of people, like I said, clients that I work with that are attracting toxic people that are unaware, that are starting their journey now of breaking that cycle. And I have tons of people I work with that are in healthy relationships, thriving. So again, 1, be aware of the love that was shown to you. 2, look at your relationship patterns of how they were. 3, start saying no to raise your self-worth and do things that make you feel good about yourself, whatever that is for you. The secret sauce, right? I said, if you can be single, stay celibate to identify what does intimacy mean to you and what's so bad about being single and alone. Because remember, if you get into a relationship out of desperation, that's a very codependent behavior. And usually people in toxic relationships struggle with codependency. And the last one, like I said, is seek therapy, support groups, resources, anything to help you on this journey. So remember, guys, attracting toxic people has nothing to do with your self-worth. It's just a pattern that you're doing. It's a behavior, which is good because it has nothing to do with who you are as a person. It's just unhealed wounds that you got to heal so you can attract better people in your life. So write out the things you want in an ideal partner and become those things to attract those things. But in order to become those things that you want with integrity, you got to heal the past, because the past will get in the way of you changing to be the best version of yourself with integrity. So in the comments today, I want you guys to write out what is one step that you're going to take to break those toxic relationship patterns. Write it down. Let's talk about it. Let's start growing. Let's start healing, because I know you're going to break these cycles. You're going to get rid of all the toxicity that you have within you, and you're going to attract the most healthiest relationships of your life, best love life, because you deserve it and you can have it, and it's waiting for you. You just got to heal it so you can change it. I don't want you to have to go through those toxic relationships where you're getting cheated on, betrayed, lied to, full of anxiety, stressed out, manipulated. You don't deserve to go through that anymore. You've already been through enough. So let's break it, because you are worthy, you are loved, and you are needed. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you loved this video and you got something from it. I would love for you to just subscribe to my channel, share with whoever you think it can help. I truly do appreciate it. And again, like I always say, I'm running out of breath today. I have asthma, so I'm like running out of breath. I need my inhaler. I don't know where my inhaler's at. I'm overthinking it. Whew. Deep breath. I have ADHD, like I say, so I'm always forgetting what I'm saying. I got sick this past weekend again, and I was trying not to miss doing this video, but I got it done. I'm feeling good. I appreciate, again, all you guys for listening and supporting. I truly do love it. I got so much more cool stuff coming out soon. Again, every week a new video drops Monday at 7 a.m. And just thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and let's break those toxic relationship cycles.